Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to solve polynomials. So the first one we're going to do is x cubed minus 8. And to solve one like this, you're going to want to use the difference of cubes formula, which is a minus b times a squared plus a times b plus b squared. So to get your a, you're going to want to take the cubed root of x cubed, so that would be x. And then you're going to want to take the cubed root of 8, which would be 2, since 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So then you have x minus 2. So since x is your a, and you need a squared for the next part, you're going to just take x squared, and then since the 2 is your b, you're just going to take 2 times x, and then for b squared, you're just going to take 2 times itself, which is going to be 4. And then those two right there, these two sets of equations would be your factors of x cubed minus 8. Now the next problem we're going to do is negative 2x cubed minus 4x squared minus 3x minus 6. So this one you're going to have to factor it by grouping. So you're going to want to take and put parentheses around your first two sets of terms and your last two sets of terms. So for your first two sets of terms, you're going to want to take the greatest common factor out of them. The greatest common factor of a negative 2x cubed and a negative 4x squared would be negative 2x squared. And that's going to leave you with x plus 2. And then for your last set of terms, you're going to want to take the greatest common factor of 3x minus 6, which would be a negative 3. So then you're going to have x plus 2 left out of that one also. So then you're going to take the negative 2x squared that you got from the first set of terms, and then the negative 3 that you got from the last set of terms, and combine them to have negative 2x minus 3. And then you're going to take the x plus 2 and have that as your next factor. And now those two will be your factors of the equation negative 2x cubed minus 4x squared minus 3x minus 6. So the next problem we're going to do is 5x to the fourth plus 31x squared plus 6. So for this one, you're going to take your a times your c, or the constant of your a and your c. So the constant is the number ahead of the variable. So your variable is x, and then your constant would be 5, and then the constant here would have to be 6. So 5 times 6 is 30. And then you're going to put that over your b, which is, or the constant of your b, which is 31. So now on the sides of this x that I have here, you're going to need to put a number that is going to, or two numbers that will multiply to 30 and then add to 31. So for that I'm going to put 1 and 30, since 1 plus 30 equals 31, and then 1 times 30 equals 30. And then over here we're going to do a box, and we're going to split it up into 4 parts. Now we're going to take your whole a with the variable and everything and put the 5x to the 4th. And then we're going to take your c, which is the 6, and put that in the bottom corner. Now we're going to take these two side numbers and we're going to put them in these two corners of the box. But instead of just having a 1 and a 30, we're going to have a 1x cubed, or 1x squared I mean, and a 30x squared. So now you're gonna try to put numbers that are up here, and then here and here. So when you go from one part and like combine them, they'll times up to whatever number is in this box. So above this, I'm gonna put an x squared, and then to the side, I'm gonna put a 5x squared, since 5x squared times x squared would equal 5x to the 4th. And then down here, I'm just going to put a 1, because 1 times x squared equals 1x squared. And then right here, I'm going to put a 6, since 5x squared times 6 equals 30x squared, and then 1 times 6 equals 6. So now you're going to take this side, and that's going to be your first factor. So your first factor will be a 5x squared plus 1. And then you're going to take the numbers up here to get your second factor. You're going to have, which would be an x squared plus 6.